So a 2-1 defeat today against Heanor, not the best result, but how do you feel you personally performed today?
Yeah, I think I was pretty good. Could have done better sometimes. Sometimes could have ran a few more yards, but I think I did good enough. Well, not good enough. Could have done much better. Got the win for team, but I'm happy with my performance.
Now there were 9 academy prospects in today. Do you think some of them did enough to sort of prove themselves that they can play at this level?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think Klein, Jamo, Andrew, all of them, Prince. I think everyone showed that they're good enough for this level. Yeah.
And now, obviously, the performance today, it puts not necessarily a lot of pressure, but it shows that the academy and the CFC team have got a lot of talent coming in. Does it sort of help you going into the season knowing that you can compete at this level and you can perform at games like this?
Yeah, definitely. It gives us much more confidence in your ability that you can perform at a higher level than you'll be playing at the season. And yeah.
2-1 loss today against Heanor. How do you think the team performed?
Yeah, good in parts. Obviously disappointed that we've lost the game, but obviously there's a lot of changes today and ready for next week, and a lot of young boys, so it's always good for them to come out. Obviously people like ourselves getting 90 minutes, which is good, so I think as an exercise it's probably very good. Obviously disappointed that obviously we not won 2 sloppy goals at the end, so disappointed in that, but overall probably a good day for the club. So.
Now you came in towards the end of pre-season really. You played 2 or 3 pre-season matches?
3 now.
Yeah. So do you feel like you've done enough to sort of prove yourself to Deeks that you can start in centre back from the start of the season onwards?
I don't know. It's not for me to make that decision. Obviously, I've come in late, and I know that obviously I've got to work hard to get in and obviously get fitness. So it's good for me to get 90 minutes today, really. Obviously, if Deeks doesn't choose me Tuesday and Saturday, obviously it's my time now to work hard and get in. It's a long season. I've been around a long time to know that, and it can change very quickly. So obviously done all right the last week, so happy with that. Happy to get enough minutes in, which is good. So just happy to be back around it with the boys, and hopefully we can have a good season. So that's the main thing.
Now you weren't around obviously at the start of the season, like I say, when there was no fans. Fans are starting to be allowed back in now. How much of a difference does it make having fans supporting you whilst you're out on the field playing?
Oh, it's a massive difference. A bit of atmosphere always makes it a little bit better. It's a little bit surreal playing with no fans. So yeah, obviously through the whole of football, isn't it? And everyone wants football fans to be back in football. It's what it's about, really. So yeah, really good to see people today. Hopefully a few more there Tuesday and Saturday, and hopefully in not too long we can start getting full crowds again, which is obviously what everyone wants, and it makes a big difference to the boys. So yeah.
And now just finally, so obviously end of pre-season now. You go into the first match on Tuesday against Grimsby Borough. How does the team feel like? What's the team morale like in the dressing room? Are you confident going into the season?
It's very good. Obviously I've not been in for that long, but there's a good morale. There's been some good performances over the last week, and there's a lot of good lads in the change room. You can see everyone gets on, and there's a lot of optimism, really. I think everyone's excited for the season to start. Obviously it's been a long pre-season for a lot of the boys, and it's been difficult. So yeah, I think very, very excited. Obviously you don't know what's going to happen until the season starts, and it's just looking forward to next week now and start competitive games, and hopefully start getting points as quickly as possible. So, yeah.
Cheers, mate. Cheers for joining us, Deeks. Now a 2-1 defeat to Heanor today, maybe not the result you wanted, but you did have a lot of academy prospects out on the pitch today. How do you feel they performed?
Yeah, I was over the moon with them. I asked them to come on and do a job. It's quite daunting as a young player. We had 16-year-old kids on there at the end. We also started with a couple. I think they've shown that they've got what it takes to progress and be at the football club. What a great advert for Long Eaton in terms of, I think there was 9 on the pitch in the end. So they did themselves no harm at all. It was good to see them be brave on the ball and try and play and do the right things, and which is what I asked them to do. And I think the future's bright for us at Long Eaton with them prospects.
Now, you've not conceded many goals throughout pre-season, to be fair, and there's been a lot of changes in defence throughout the entire season. Does it give you a lot of confidence going into the start of the season that you can chop and change in that area and still know that you're not going to concede many goals?
Yeah, I think pre-season is about finding what players you can rely on if need to. So again, that was a good exercise for us today with the game. Obviously, the game in Tuesday was firmly in my mind, my first competitive game. So yeah, the boys are defending well. There's good competition for places. We've got a strong squad. So for me, I think it's a good exercise for finding out what probably your best defensive pairing is, or your best back four, or your best goalkeeper back four, whatever it may be. And that's the whole point of pre-season, and we've done really well so far with winning games. It was our first loss today, but I said to the boys in the change room today, it's about getting 90 minutes in your legs today. Some of the lads haven't played a lot of minutes. It's good for them to get full 90s. And again, I'll go back to the academy lads. I thought they was fantastic. Their attitude was great when they come on. They put themselves about. They didn't seem daunted. And so yeah, I'm really happy with the way things have gone.
Now, fans came back for the match against Hucknall during the week, and obviously today against Heanor. How big of a difference does it feel as a manager knowing that your team are playing in front of fans and getting like G'd on and cheered on?
Yeah, it's a big thing. I think any level of football you play, if you've got people watching and you can hear the crowd, spurring you on, or you hear the boos and cheers when you're not playing so well, it gives you a little bit of an impetus sometimes. Sometimes you need it. The winter nights, on the cold Tuesday nights when you play away from home and you see 5 or 6 fans that's made the effort to go there, it might be far away, you think great, brilliant. It's fantastic for them to be there, and sometimes you play, it gives you a lift. They think their dedication, and I'm not, probably not performing as well as I should be on the pitch. You look over and they sat there and the rain's coming down. It's great. So football needs fans. It's not the same game without them, and they make football for me. So yeah, it's massively important that they're back in the ground.